Hello everybody and welcome back to Boro Bs channel, and let's do a short video on the early impressions on the early impressions of Thomas Tuchel, a man I affectionately call Tommy Tuchel, Tommy T. Let's talk about what I like about Tommy T, what I don't like about Tommy T, and then we will preview the game that we have, a must-win clash against the Spurs at the White Hart, well, not White Hart Lane, it's the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, isn't it? But before we get to do that, thank you guys for tuning in. I haven't made a video in the last few days because I've just trying to kind of process what the whole Thomas Tuchel thing is about, what his early tactics are, how he's playing, and how we are building our team essentially, because it's a new manager, new regime, new style, a good group of players, but how is he going to use them? Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't, please do subscribe to this channel. It means a lot to me. Please leave a like on this video and get engaged in the comment section. Tell me what your lineup versus Spurs would be and what you think about Tuchel. Do you think he'll succeed? Do you think he'll fail? Let's get straight to it, man. Let's get straight to it. So what I like about Tuchel, the first thing that has been absolutely spot on for me in terms of what he's done is the pressing. The pressing has improved tenfold. Like we are pressing as a team now. We don't just press randomly. It is not disjointed, and it's not a criticism towards Lampard because Lampard was a young manager. I just think that aspect of his game was not well developed. He was not good at pressing. He didn't really know how to instigate a good press. It was very incomplete, and there were spaces in behind. There is not as much space. Of course, there is that possibility of the ball over the top. If they can beat the offside trap and the pass is precise, we will get caught. But the pressing is so organized that we haven't really let anyone, nor Wolverhampton nor Burnley, get any chance. Honestly, we haven't really allowed them to have a sniff. We've only gotten 4 points from the 2 games. That's not a bad start. That's not an exceptional start. It's a good start. It's acceptable. It's decent. What I like the most is definitely the pressing. The other thing that I like is we have a consistent shape now. We know that we're going to play with a back 3 and then a 3-4-1-2 or 3-4-2-1. That's the 2 formations we've tried, and everybody knows the role, and that's what I like. Immediately, straight off the bat, the manager set a formation and a style of play, and everyone's so far buying into it. Those are the 2 positives for me. The negatives are he still can't get Timo Werner, Pulisic, Kai Havertz, these guys firing. Even though Mason Mount is playing exceptionally well, he's not scoring as much as I would like him to score. I felt like, especially against Burnley, got himself into some great positions, could not shoot. That's an aspect of the game that will improve. I'm sure the goals will come from everybody. Everybody, I believe, will get better in terms of going forward. But so far, I have to be completely honest. I feel like they do 75% of the job well, the attackers, but then in the final positions, they are letting themselves down. They are suffering from confidence issues. You can completely tell Timo Werner is completely shot. His confidence is gone. Mason Mount is playing fantastically, but his shooting, for whatever reason, is off. He has to improve that aspect of his game. I've loved what I've seen of Kai Havertz in the last 2 games. It looks like the Kai Havertz we bought from Leverkusen, making runs, getting in between the lines, driving at defenders. That's more of the Kai Havertz I want to see. Someone who's got pace, someone who's got directness in his game and ability to shoot the ball. But he has to get better. He has to get more consistent as well in the final third. All of our attackers essentially has to get better in the final third. That for me is the first negative. The second negative, I feel like, is we're not scoring enough, and that is, again, it ties to the first. For the amount of possession that we've had, if you look at the stats here, both games we completely dominated, but our shot selection, chance creation was good, but shot selection and our shooting has just not been good enough. And I feel like Tuchel must be scratching his head a bit, not really too concerned, because he probably thinks right now the attackers are getting themselves in good positions and eventually the goals will come. But as Chelsea fans, we've seen a pattern of this continue from the Lampard era. They don't seem to score enough for whatever reason. It seems as if they need 7 or 8 chances to score a goal, and that's abnormal. That's too many, in my opinion. The conversion rate has to increase, and that probably has to do a lot with confidence. And I feel like once the confidence comes, the conversion rate will come. These for me are the 2 negatives. The lack of clinical finishing is pretty much the main negative for me. That's the main thing. For all the possession we've had, we should definitely score more. That's the 2 negatives. Looking ahead to to the Spurs game, I honestly think that we can win this. We can win this. They have Harry Kane missing. They might somehow, what Jose, he's going to bring Harry Kane back, and he's probably going to say he's not fit, but then he miraculously appears to be fit. Whatever the situation is, I really believe that we can beat Spurs. They're on a downward spiral. They're playing Katie Hopkins football. Awful football they play. They play Burnley level of football. Wolves play their brand as well. It's awful to watch. It's disturbingly defensively boring football they play. And we have an opportunity now to completely put them to the sword. And officially, the Tommy Tuchel era will have started. I'm going to go for this game with a 3-4-1-2. 3-4-1-2, and I'm going to stay with the defense that has kept 2 clean sheets in a row. Mendy, Espilicueta as the right center back, Thiago Silva as the center back, and the left center back, Rudiger, who somehow managed to find his way into the team, the snake. That will be, for me, the back three. The wing backs, for me, in this game, I would keep Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's been absolutely brilliant. What a revelation. That's another positive. Callum Hudson-Odoi, what a revelation he is in this wingback role. He's playing like Victor Moses did in the title-winning season. He looks full of confidence. He's driving forward. He looks the man right now. He looks like the man right now. So I'm gonna keep with Callum Hudson-Odoi. Marcus Alonso stays at left wing back. I'm gonna keep Marcus Alonso because even though Chilwell played well in the first game, I thought Marcus Alonso played slightly better. And with Marcus, he has that end product. And both in the back three, he's not required to defend as much. And I feel like Spurs will be completely pinned back. They'll try to counterattack, and we need Marcus Alonso and his goal threat in this game. So I would keep Marcus Alonso. The 2 midfielders, I don't feel like we should risk Kante in this one, so I'm going to go with the ones that's proven. Jorginho as the CDM, and he has been good for us. Like, he's defensively, he's solid. Yeah, he does not make the progressive pass as quickly as he should sometimes. That's an aspect he has to improve on. But then again, he gives us that ability to keep clean sheets. That he doesn't take the risk of abandoning his position, abandoning his area, and that's crucial for us. So I keep Jorginho and I go with Kovacic. They are the 2, and then the 3 up front. Mason Mount as the cam. So 3-4-1-2. Mason Mount as the 1, playing in that hole behind the 2 strikers. Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic up front. Let's go get a win, man. I think we can win this. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Chelsea. We can win this, man. We can honestly win this. Play our best game. Let's get our season back on track. Top 4 back on track, and I truly believe that we still have an opportunity to finish 4th, win a cup maybe, go on a run, and even maybe surprise Atletico. I'm going too far. I'm getting too far out of myself, but. Let's start. If we lose against Spurs, I'll be negative again. So let's keep this positive spirit up. Let's go and let's win against Spurs. I'm gonna get back to you after the Spurs game, guys. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. Let's go and get the win against Spurs. Until then.